And sadly, so many of those extremists, those MAGA extremists, take their marching orders from Donald Trump. And when do they break with him? Because at some point, maybe there needs to be a formal deprogramming of the cult members.
Terms being tossed around like deprogramming Trump followers.
All of America needs deprogramming because we've all been negatively influenced by Donald Trump.
Can't sit down with people that don't recognize there was an insurrection. Megan alluded the other day to the deprogramming that Katie Couric talked about.
Deprogramming that might work in other cases is it's obviously proven to be difficult.
But many of them have allowed the lies really to seep into their soul, and it's beginning to rot their minds.
Taking it even a step further, Raskin told the New York Times that he's ordered books about cults and deprogramming to try to understand his Republican colleagues.
There are a couple accounts, libs of TikTok, a few, really prominent anti-trans and sort of far-right activists who started to essentially make the argument that any exposure to children about LGBT people is automatically grooming.
It seems to be emboldening anti-gay trolls. Explain how.
Not just libs of TikTok, but this guy, James Lindsay, they would say, hey, there's going to be something at this library, that they're going to read books, a drag queen's going to come and read books.
How do you fix it? How do you undo it?
Well, at this point, it's deprogramming.
That's what we're being fed. People of other races are out to get you. We accept that. We get fed that. And so when that doorbell rings or the basketball comes into your yard, your first response is to pull that gun. It's a programming that's occurring. The deprogramming question is much tougher to answer.
People have literally been brainwashed, and it's scary by the mis and disinformation that is online, that is being the propaganda on Fox News. It is another epidemic that our country is facing. And until we really hold platforms accountable, until we really do some deprogramming.
And anyone like him that says the press is the enemy of the people, that's what Hubbard would say. That's what Moon said.
If you say this is a cult, what's the first step of deprogramming?
The first step with anyone who's a true believer is contact with people that are outside the bubble.
I mean, I was just trying to engage in a little deprogramming with all of these myths about COVID-19.
Is there any convincing those people that they're not living in a world of reality or facts?
No, listen, if there was a deprogramming pill that I could put in everybody's stocking for Christmas, I would do it.
It's because of Facebook. It's gotten out into wine moms and yoga groups and maybe that's something that started as innocuous online that turns into something completely different, Brian. And that's part of the challenge, as you write, of deprogramming it.
We have issues that are going to take a long time to root out. And it's really about deprogramming. People have been listening to stuff coming from Marjorie Taylor Greene and other big social influencers, and that includes the president.
I hope deprogramming some people, one person at a time.
They just need a little bit of affirmation. I've been spending a lot of time reading about deprogramming.
Deprogramming. You're reading my mind.
Yeah.
I see a lot of that happening lately.
No, you don't need to be deprogrammed. You look pretty rational.
No, I'm not talking about me, but